That means each bird is kind of looking around in a very small range around itself to look and see if its neighbor, to count what neighbors it can see. So the question is, if I change this now to, let's say, 6 patches, is that going to change the behavior? If birds could see further, how is that going to change the behavior? And let's just see. So let's see if it accelerates the flocking behavior, and it does seem to. So you can, with these models, what's beautiful about these models is that you can, in a computer, you can do this. In real life, you can't change these things, but you can now experiment with what parameters affect the behavior you're looking at and how much. Yeah, so that's something, it increases the local flock size, which is something you might expect. Okay. So I teach a class at Portland State University called Exploring Complexity, where we basically take 30 different models of different phenomena, and we do all kinds of experiments to try and understand how the models, these parameters, affect the behavior. Yeah.
Now, the question I have is does this tell you anything about real birds? And as far as I can tell, it does not. All it says is that it's possible that birds use these rules to form their flocks. You have no idea whether or not they do, and this really doesn't illuminate the answer at all.
So one of the things that this tells us is this is a plausible mechanism, and now we can go to real birds and try and, verify or not whether it helps us know what to look for in a way. And people actually have done things like attached sensors to real birds and tried to test some of these ideas. And it does seem that this is some of the rules that they use. It doesn't capture everything, but this is what the models help us do, is that they help us figure out what a plausible mechanism is and then help us understand what we should be looking for. It doesn't, sometimes the models are wrong. I mean, always they're wrong, but sometimes they're not useful. So it's not always the case that the models capture the real phenomena. Yes?
Well, humans are famous for screwing up their environment. I was wondering if you could come up with 3 rules that everybody could hang in there with, and somehow we could make things better rather than worse. Some sort of human flocking.
That would be nice.